What's up, everybody? Professional wrestler Chris Wild back with another video on Eagles News Now, live from bar 4133. And I've got some news that not only affects the Philadelphia Eagles, but affects players league-wide. As you know, training camp is right around the corner. Some camps actually starting tomorrow with rookies. And then next week, other guys starting to come as far as quarterbacks and injured players. However, as awesome as that sounds, that we might finally be getting football with baseball and basketball right around the corner to start as well, there seems to be a big roadblock that should not be there in the first place, and that is the fact that the NFL and the Nflpa, which is the NFL Players Association, have not come to an agreement on the NFL safety protocol plan, which is just insane to me. This is something that does not have to do so much about money as it does about safety and health, with as big as COVID-19 and how COVID-19 has changed the way that we are living right now. The fact that the NFL does not have this is something that you have to have an agreement with your players on, because these are the guys that are going out there and they are playing. These are the guys that are going to have to change the way that they have planned for a season. This is like nothing else. And the fact that the NFL has not agreed with the Players Association is just unreal to me. Now, look, there's not a lot of information out there. I couldn't find a link where the NFL's proposal is. I have garnered pieces of information, which I'm going to present to you guys now. So let's just get it started with what the players want. So the players want no preseason games. The NFL went from 4 to 2 and then 1, and that's still not good enough for the players. And I agree with the players on this one, because even with one preseason game, half the teams in the league are still going to have to travel somewhere. So why doing that with a game that doesn't mean anything? And I know some people are going to say, well, it means something to players that they're looking for a job. But when it comes down to it, it's not part of standings. It's not part of who's going to be in the playoffs at the end of the year. So why even add that extra risk into the season? So I can absolutely understand that. The players also want more clarity on opt-out ability in high-risk situations. They want clarity on testing frequency, on protocol for players who are in close contact with the positive teammates. Now, I've heard that once you become positive, you'll be out at least 2 weeks. The NFL players want 3 weeks to be out. I've heard 21 days as well. So, again, and that is just speculation at this point. I haven't seen anything on paper, but it's just stuff that I'm kind of garnering attention from. I've also seen that the NFL Players Association's director, DeMaurice Smith, says he's heard from coaches who have told him that the NFL's protocol policy to play are just not going to work, which is definitely alarming when you've got coaches looking at these policies and saying, look, this just is not going to work and this is not going to be safe. Players have spoken out. It seems like, for as far as I can remember, this is one issue that just about every player that I've seen have all agreed on, from Drew Brees to Russell Wilson to Richard Sherman, who said that the NFL has ignored the experts they hired as far as the experts' safety recommendations are concerned. As far as Eagles go, and I'll pop this up on the screen, Carson Wentz has come out. Darius Slay, Zach Ertz, Lane Johnson, and all of them have had the hashtag, "We want to play." These guys want to play. They're not trying to get out of the season, but they want to be safe for their families. Some guys, like Carson, pretty much has a newborn. Russell Wilson's wife is pregnant. So, the players aren't just thinking about themselves here, like this is some big money or contract situation. They're thinking about their families and their families' health. So again, I understand we're dealing with millionaires, most multi-millionaires. However, they're still human beings. They're still going out there and doing a job, something that all of us are going to get entertainment and enjoyment from, and they have the absolute right to want to be safe during this. So, with that being said, as I speak, the NFL owners are having a meeting, or supposed to be having a meeting, to somehow iron all of this out, and I really hope they do, because if they don't, now look, the NFL can tell the players to come, and they can still have, if the players don't come, that they can be penalized, whether that's fines, whether that's suspensions. The ball is really in the NFL's court. Look, we had a whole other league in the XFL with players. So there are players that want to play football and that will fill in for, let's say Russell Wilson decides not to play. There's somebody right behind him that's going to get to that spot, whether we like it or not. So, but I hope the NFL recognizes that these guys are what makes them all that money and has made NFL owners billionaires and irons this out, not just for the players, but for the fans, because it will absolutely suck if for some reason we don't have an NFL season, which I don't even want to think about here. I'm going to think of the positive and say they're going to get all this done. And I appreciate the players coming out and letting their feelings be known as well. With that hashtag, we want to play. Because from what I understand, and I believe it, they definitely do want to play this year. I've seen, and we've all seen these guys getting to work any way they can, even without camps. So, with that being said, guys, that's all I really got for you right now. Again, hopefully something changes within the next couple hours, I hope. And I hope that they can get this ironed out because, again, this is an issue that has to be agreed upon. It just, you can't start a season with this kind of turmoil when it comes to this issue in COVID-19. So, guys, everybody, as I'm speaking about that, stay healthy out there. Go Birds. And as always, I'll see you later.
E-A-G-L-E-S Eagles! E-A-G-L-E-S Eagles!
I need Eagle Nation.